Hello everyone, this is my presentation on Mediator Traits for MPA 545 with Dr. Linda Marie Sundstrom. In week 3's reading, we learned about mediation and mediators, who are the individuals who conduct mediation between two parties when there is conflict. And in learning how effective a mediator is or can be, we were introduced to Henry Landsberger's article, and the chapter specifically focuses on 5 mediator traits that are necessary in order to conduct a successful mediation when resolving conflict. And these 5 traits, which are important for a mediator to have, are a sense of humor, being able to act unobtrusively in conflict, and then also being able to, from what I understood, being able to gain trust from both parties and giving them the feeling that you are on their side, sort of, and concerned about them, and be able to be persistent and have patience, and also have knowledge, be knowledgeable on the area in which the conflict is, or the area of which the conflict is about. So being able to know what you're talking about, what you're dealing with when trying to resolve conflict between two parties. After reading the full article, which was linked in this chapter of the textbook, I learned that the psychological tests done in the article Final Report on Research Project in Mediation, these psychological tests were aimed at finding out what mediation traits were the best to have, and not who had them. And so when they performed the psychological test, in which they would scope out the traits, they focused on the traits themselves, which was actually more than 5 than the 5 that are mentioned in the textbook. And they helped, the article helped, and is able to help organization or a public sector company find out who has the characteristics or the traits that are the best to have for a position in mediation, or in order to be a mediator to resolve conflict in an organization. For the article that I searched for, in which Landsberger's article is cited, it was The Structure of Third-Party Intervention by Bellevue and Stolt, in which they use mediator traits or mediation traits characteristics to explain the structure of mediation in labor management. So the traits are important to know, and they cited Landsberger's article because these traits are part of the structure that make the entire mediation and how labor management works in organizations in the public sector. Successful conflict resolution is dependent on a good mediator, and a mediator is technically good, and I'm using that word just loosely just to say whether they're a best fit, would be based on mediator traits according to Landsberger's article. And in the textbook that we read for week 3, chapter 4, it details 5 of these traits, and once I read the full article, I was able to learn more about the entire study and how there are more than 5 traits and how they are all found through psychological tests, and the point or the benefit of understanding and knowing these traits would be for organizations to place the correct mediator when resolving conflicts. And this has also been used in studying the structure of labor management conflict resolution, as seen in the article by Bellevue and Stolt. Thank you for watching my presentation.